For the Beach Entertainment here. Since this month is, of course, Women's History Month, and I'm doing my reviews for women-based movies, here is my review for a classic, and that is 1961's Breakfast at Tiffany's. Now, Breakfast at Tiffany's was based on a novel by Truman Capote, and this is a story about this a young woman played by Audrey Hepburn who lives in New York City, and she has a meeting this guy named Paul who's portrayed by George Papard, and she ends up meeting him when like he moves into her apartment building and all, and he is also with this older woman who's very wealthy, but he wants to be more riot, and so she ends up working as a expensive escort and searching for a rich older man to marry and all. Anyway, now this movie, was directed by Blake Edwards, who will also later go on to direct the Pink Panther movies, The Great Race. Blake Edwards is an iconic director. He's directed some really iconic comedies like in the throughout the '60s, '70s, and all. Anyway, Audrey Hepburn, she is granted her movies was way ahead of my time. I mean, yeah, but this is definitely Audrey Hepburn's best work. This and maybe Roma Holiday is probably two of her best films she's done. But that aside, Breakfast at Tiffany's is a bit controversial now because it does feature Mickey Rooney playing a Chinese neighbor. Yeah, um, and Mickey Rooney's character named IY Yonoshi got lots of criticism. That's definitely something that would not play well in today's standards. Because Mickey Rooney, who is of course not Asian, who was of course not Chinese or anything like that, pretty much played like a bit of a Chinese stereotype in this, and yeah, I can see where people are going with that one. But that aside, it's still a really classic film. It is in color, like despite it premiering in the '60s, it was of course a color film. You also had Patricia Neal, who actually plays the wealthy woman. Neal was terrific. You also had Buddy Epstein was in this. Alan Reed. Of course, you had a cat in this, which one of the most iconic cats in movie history. This is definitely on AFI's top 100 favorite movies of all time list. I can see why. I mean, it's not really my favorite movie of all time, nothing like that, but it's still really cute. It is charming. Audrey Hepburn is terrific in this. Maybe like her best performance she's ever given. I mean, it was also interesting to see what New York City looked like in the '60s. I mean, I gotta say, New York looked a little better back in the '60s than it does today. But Audrey Hepburn definitely was so darn good in this film too. It is a really decent romantic-based film. The chemistry, between between Audrey Hepburn's Holly character and George Parr character are both really decent to watch. It's a really good film. I mean, if is of course premiere like way ahead of time, but it's still a classic. I mean, it's probably a film that I say it actually still holds up to with today's standards. There are probably not many younger folks who probably seen Breakfast at Tiffany's, but that aside, it's still really decent. It is scripted by George L. Rocks, who did a really good job at the screenplay. I mean, it's a really decent classic one. So if you guys have never really seen Breakfast at Tiffany's, it usually premieres on TCM so many times. It is on Amazon Prime, so there's that too. But definitely go check it out. It's a classic. Anyway, let me leave you guys. Have you ever seen Breakfast at Tiffany's? If so, what's up? Did you like it? Did you not like it? And what are some of your favorite Audrey Hepburn films? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Timu signing off.